Warning: the following video contains information about the murder and actions of a heinous and depraved individual. Viewer discretion is advised.
The so-called father shot both of his young daughters to death, all because he believed they brought dishonour to him. Hello true crime fans, and welcome to Behind the Yellow Tape. Today we delve into a case that shook a quiet Texas community and brought to light the chilling realities of honour violence, the murders of Sarah and Amina Said. So the story begins in the late 2000s in the ordinary suburban landscape of Lewisville, Texas. Yaser Abdel Said was an Egyptian immigrant and he lived with his family, his American wife Patricia Owens and their 3 children, Islam, Sarah and Amina. From the outside they appeared to be a typical family, but beneath the surface a dangerous ideology festered. So Yaser Said was a man deeply entrenched in a strict, conservative interpretation of his cultural beliefs. His daughters Sarah and Amina were American teenagers, embracing the freedoms and opportunities that the country offered. They had boyfriends, went to school dances and dreamed of futures unburdened by the rigid expectations of their father. This clash of cultures, of traditional honour versus modern independence, would ultimately have fatal consequences. The tension within the Said household escalated as Sarah and Amina sought more freedom. Yaser believing the daughters were bringing dishonour upon the family with their westernised behaviour and relationships. He became increasingly controlling and abusive. Friends and family members would later recount stories of his possessiveness and threats. Patricia Owens, his wife, also lived in fear, though she initially tried to mediate the growing conflict. In the days leading up to New Year's Day in 2008, the situation reached a boiling point. The girls were terrified for their safety. They fled with their mum to Oklahoma, seeking refuge with some relatives. They hoped to escape Yaser's escalating threats, but their attempts to find safety proved tragically short-lived. Yaser, who was manipulative and determined, managed to persuade Patricia that he had changed, that he missed his daughters, and that they should all return home to him. On the 1st of January 2008, a day meant for new beginnings, Sarah and Amina were lured into Yaser's taxi under the pretense of going for dinner with their dad. What happened next is a horrifying act of premeditated violence. Yaser drove his daughters to a secluded spot. There, in the confines of his taxi, he shot both his daughters multiple times. Sarah managed to make a desperate call to 911 before succumbing to her injuries. Her last words reportedly were, "Oh my God, I'm dying, help me." When police arrived at the scene, they found the 2 sisters dead in the taxi. Said had vanished. The manhunt for him would last for over 12 years, making him one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives. He was finally caught in August 2020 in Justin, Texas, not far from where the murders occurred, having been sheltered by his brother and son. The trial of Yaser Said brought to light the brutal truth of honour killings, a practice where individuals are murdered by family members for allegedly bringing shame or dishonour upon the family. In October 2022, Yaser Said was found guilty of capital murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. The tragic deaths of Sarah and Amina Said serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of extreme cultural control and the devastating consequences of unchecked violence. Thank you for listening today, and remember, stay behind the yellow tape.